Okay, guys, as you can see here, this pile of t-shirts, I just finished putting them on the cart to be ready for printing. I decided to use my GoCo Pro QS 2536. As you can see, there is one screen of 3 that I need for this job. That is not ready yet. I need to stretch it, but it's all, the fabric or the mesh is already put on the screen. And as you can see right there is the second one, and it's gonna be a third one. If you have seen my videos in the past, you already know how to, how I do this part. This one I already use it, and I just need to take, to take it apart. All you do, you scrape. I mean, you rip the mesh off, the one that you already used. Rip it off and trash it. I'm trying this thing. I think the other one is faster. The bar the okay. This is the third screen, and they all the same size mesh, which is like American mesh will be like 156 size. As you can tell, it's nice and stretch. So that's the first one done. Let's go to the second one. You can pull from the centers, but the sides, you have to be very careful with it. All right. And the third one. I like to start with the longer side because I don't know, I feel like it's more safe. Okay, guys. Before you use your GoPro, it's always safe to clean it. You know, make sure there is no dust on the thermal head, which is the bottom part of it, and the roller on the top. But most important, the thermal head. All right, let's put the screen. The first one, as I say, they are all the same size mesh. So it doesn't matter which one you use first. I'm gonna adjust this so it stays in place as tight as possible. Don't overkill it, just enough to be touching the frame. We close it, and now we're gonna go and look for the artwork. Okay, this one here, I don't need anymore. Open. As you're gonna see here, is 3 pages. All right, that's one color. This is the second color, which is gonna be half tones. This is gonna be the third color, which is athletic gold, black, red, and athletic gold. So when you send it to print, all right, uh, print, you're gonna make sure everything is the way you expect it to be, like the way it's set up, the screen size and everything is what you need. So you go to properties, make sure that's my screen size, and the image screen frequency over there. Um, I gonna just change it to. I like to try the 50-inch dot on this one here. I gonna leave it as it is, 37 degrees. Okay. On the this looks good. This is what the halftones darkness is gonna be. If I'm not too, like if I wanted to make it lighter, I can always choose this one here, but I'm gonna give it a try to this one. Okay, so now everything is ready the way I need it. I want to make. Let me see what this is. If I can remember. Oh no, that's nothing. Okay, so because I just want to print the one this GoPro Pro just allow you to print per page. In this case, I'm printing out of PDF. All right, so I'm gonna ask to be the current. Oh, and the other thing you wanna check, you have a preview check on this, so that way it doesn't go right to the machine. All right, you are able to see it before it prints, and then you give it a go ahead. All right, so I send it to print, and as you're gonna see, it's gonna came the preview. It's taking a little longer because it's only like a 4 gig computer. I'm gonna try a different angle for you to see how this does after you hit the printing on the printing option on the computer. It's like taking forever right there. As you can see in the camera right there, I mean, as you can see right there is the preview. So once you okay the way it looks, what this is representing here, this is the frame of the screen. The darker gray is the frame, and this over here above the registrations is the opening that you're gonna have for for your squeegee to start printing from. Okay, once you have it in place, you hit printing here, and it's gonna go right there. You're gonna see this thing is gonna start. You see, once it beeps just like it did, then you can just hit the start button, and you can see the GoPro Pro in action, which is burning the screen. No need for water, no need for anything, no dark room, no anything. I still use the traditional way, but in some occasions, this it comes very handy to me, which in this case I don't have to go, I don't have enough screens. You can see I have plenty over there to be stripped or reclaimed. So I decided to use the GoPro Pro for this design. Now, what you're gonna see right now is that as soon as this thing finish printing the area that is supposed to be print or born, I'm gonna stop it so I can use the other side for a different design for a later use. That's about it. I don't need to go all the way, so I'm gonna do a stop and reset, and it's gonna go back into home place, to the home place. As you can see, the area that I'm gonna have left on this screen, it will be safe to say that a left chest only will be a good, a good thing to put in there. And even if you can put a small artwork, like one of them is gonna be youth size, so you can always use it for something like fits on this area. But you can see we need something like this, like this away from the frame, so we can actually let the squeegee to come all the way up here to print. Okay, that's the first screen. Now we're gonna place the second one. It doesn't matter which size you use. Make sure there is no dust in the screen. All right. So now we're going to choose the second page, which is this one here, and we're gonna send it to print. And as you can see right there, it's showing the one that we just did. So if you hit current, it's gonna show the one I wanted to do now. All right, again, you wanna make sure your settings are correct. Say, the actual screen size that you're gonna use, and the emoji, I put 50 line per inch and 37 degrees angle. That's what they recommend on this system. So it is there, everything. The preview is check-in. So now we're gonna send it to print. It takes a little while, I know. I need a faster computer, but there is no rush to me. I'm the only one. I guess if you have a lot more things going on the same time, it might take a little longer, but it's still faster than going through the whole traditional process. As you can see right there, that's the preview. You hit print, and it goes right to the machine right there. Gonna send the information. It's getting the information right there. Ready to go. You hit print, and you start burning the screen. I could go higher. I just want to give it a try to 50 line. And this, in this case, they are white shirts. I think it should be more than enough, to get what I'm looking for. I don't know if the half tones can be appreciated or not, but what I'm about to show you once I'm done with all the screens is something that you have never seen about this equipment and why you should get it. All right, that's clear out. It's been cleared out the imagery. So I put a stop, reset, and it's gonna go back into its place, home position. Okay, now it's ready to take it off. We're gonna see, hopefully it's appreciated in the screen, but the halftones Yeah, there's lights in between, but hopefully you can see it on the screen. And if not, you're gonna be able to see it once it's printed. Now this is the third and the last for this specific job, right? But as I say earlier, I'm gonna put different images on the other side to be ready for the next job. So we go back into the screen of the computer screen, and again I roll it down, all right, to show my third page. I send it to print. I put current. Again, it doesn't hurt to double check, but it shouldn't be any issues. There is no halftones on this thing. It doesn't really matter. The GoCo Pro, you already set it up to recognize when there is halftones involved or where isn't, when isn't. So let's go ahead to the print. And you have to know, guys, this is taking a little longer because I'm trying to make, to share this video with you. So it's always gonna take longer. Just picture yourself doing this thing. After, I'm trying for you to see what is on each step. But when you're doing, when you're actually working on your own and not making any kind of video, it's a way faster. So print. It was so fast I didn't even get the chance to show, but it's okay. You already saw it. Start. It's gonna start printing now, or burning, I guess, whichever way you wanna call it. In this case, it's almost like a thermal printing on a screen. As you can see, it's very slow right there doing the job because it needs to be slow so it can burn the coating of that mesh. I was very skeptical on the beginning about the ink going through the mesh, but what you are about to see, it changed my point of view about that little situation. Stay to the end so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't know if I can be seen on the video, but there is an image there. So it already passed the area. I'm gonna make this stop again and reset because this video is about this job that I'm gonna print on white t-shirts, 309 pieces, one location only. I just gonna, what you're seeing is what it takes to do the 3-color job with the GoCo Pro. I get back to you in a little bit because I'm gonna burn the other side of the screen with a different image, which is no reason to show on this video. Okay, guys, what I have in here for you to see is Express Magic, right? These are just samples, very small samples. Ted, if you're watching this thing, these are very small. Okay, so this is Express Magic, and I'm gonna tell you in a minute what is it for. And this is, I guess, a screen hardener. And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna use it on the screens that you just saw me making. Okay, it's hard to tell in the camera, I'm sure. This is the emoji, right? Right here is the emoji. Hopefully you can see it. It's hard to tell because you can actually see the emoji, but there is still, I mean, it's enough to use it as it is, but it's still a residue of this, whatever that is, emulsion. It's not actually in the inside, it's on the outside. As you can see, it's shiny in the outside. So whatever this is, even that you hardly can see it, is still a little bit left in this thing over here. So it doesn't affect the printing. I just feel it's harder for the ink to go through. If you are using white ink, I mean black ink, it's no problem. If you're using any dark color ink, it's no problem. You can use it as it is, right? For this video, I'm gonna show you what is this Express Magic all about. What it's gonna do is gonna clear out the area that is being born. It's gonna clear it out 100%, as the name says, Express Magic, right? So once you use that, anything on the screen that is being left over is no longer over there without affecting anything else on the screen. Holy money. All you need is a piece of fabric, and you will a piece of fabric. I don't know if the original bottle comes just like this, very handy. All right, you put some of this thing. You don't have to put like a lot. And from the not from the outside, from the inside, you're gonna do this on your emoji area. And yeah, it may look weird and all, but it does clear out. You can actually see, I'll show you in a minute. You can actually see it clears out. If you can tell the difference between one and the other one, see that one there is the one I just did, and the bottom one you can barely see it, right? So once you put the Express Magic, apply the Express Magic on the emoji area, just like magic, it clears out. It clears out your printing area. You can actually see. I mean, I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Hopefully you do. All right. So clear out. All right. So that's one. We're gonna do the second one. I'm just gonna put some more. I think it works without adding any more, but just in case, you can barely see it. All right, on the screen. See it right there? You can barely see it. So once you apply this thing, like magic, it clears out whatever residues on the thing are. All right. Let's see on this side. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be close to you for you to see this. In this case, if you own this piece of equipment, this thing is really a miracle. Whatever it is, it clears out your screen. I don't know if you can tell, maybe in the halftones it's gonna be hard to tell because they are so small, right? But trust me, it's clearing that up. All right, so we'll see on the screen, right? All right, so now the second step, at least on this, is gonna be a little scary, but I'm still going to do it. All right, and then the third one, let's see, without adding any more, I'm just gonna put it. No, it does need to add a little more. All right, and then we have another one underneath that you can barely see. Oops. Sorry for the mess, but just trying to make this real quick. This is the first time I'm doing, I mean, not the first time I'm doing it in camera, the first time. So I don't know what is going to be the reaction on the next step. Let's find out. You cannot see it on camera, but I can see it in here. Everything is being cleared out better than it was. Yep, definitely. Okay, so now we're gonna do the next step. In this case, if you wanna do it this way, you're gonna need to use a screen cover. Let's make sure it fits in there. Yes, it does. So we're gonna throw some of this. Oops. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully it works. I saw somebody using it like that, but I All right, let's see how it does. It's very, very liquidy. I don't know. Let's see. If it doesn't work, doesn't work. Uh-oh. No. No, it's too liquidy. All right. I guess I'm gonna do it the way they say it should be done. I was trying to save me some time on this thing, but they say you can apply it like this. All right, but as you can see, I don't know, man. All right, you apply it from the inside like this. I'm just gonna use that one. It looks messy, but it is what it is. It's just for the purpose of this video. Trust me, I won't do it again like this. I'm just trying to find out at the same time what this is about. And because the other side is already coated, it shouldn't be an issue. So what the next step is, see what a mess, but it's still, you can still use it. All right. So before it dries, what you're gonna do is take another piece of fabric. Oops. Sorry for the mess. I'm gonna take another piece of fabric before it dries, and they didn't say to. I just make it wet a little bit. That's on me. That's not the way they told me to use it. But see, like we got, see the emoji right there. So you just pass this to clean the area that is gonna be used to print. Hopefully you can see it on the camera. And once you do that, you just let it dry for a little bit. I guess you can put a fan on. All right, this is the hardener. And what this is gonna do is gonna help me to that screen last the whole job. But it seems like there is. Hopefully whatever is left over doesn't affect anything, but we'll find out. All right. So that's that. I'm gonna put it on the fan. All right, the second one, I'm gonna do it the way it was. I mean, as you had it done from the beginning. I'm gonna put a glove. I have no clue if that thing might affect anything on your skin or not. All right. You know what? I'm gonna put gloves on both hands just in case. All right, now the advantage of that hardener is a little extra work, but realistically it's not that much if you do it right, not the way I did it. I would say if you take this, fold it, right? And maybe you don't have to do it on the whole screen, but I'm gonna do it on the whole screen because that's what I think makes sense. But see, it's like, I don't know. That was a lot of help with the quarter, so let me try a little bit in a different, let's see. I think I wasn't fast enough to do it. Let's see. Because that takes forever with that close, so. It's messy though, that's the problem. See, like it gets all over the place. I don't know. I mean, I like the idea, but I mean, maybe I'm doing it not the right way. And I don't know how it's gonna go with them half tones. I mean, messed up the mesh. This is the wet fabric. Let's see. No, I don't know. I don't like that finish over there. I can tell until I print it. I don't know, man. This doesn't look too nice. I guess something smoother than this would be better though. No, if it's worth it, I mean, I've been doing this without this thing, and I haven't got any issues. But it doesn't hurt to try something new. But as you can see, there is some time consuming, and time is money. So I don't know about maybe on a standard screen, not with the half tones. But let's see, we'll find out. I think the sponge will do a better job than this, but I didn't happen to have one handy, I think. Let me double check. I think I have one, but I'm not sure. I don't have one handy, so yeah, I don't know about that one though. Let's see. I'm gonna leave it like that. Still, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to do it again. Guys, give like, subscribe. You can see how many things we're doing in here to try to show you what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I guess until I print it, I won't be able to see if the halftones are still there or not. It's hard to tell. And with what I'm looking to be on them. So let's see. Let's put this to dry. And let's do the third one just because it's already here. I don't see any other way to do it though. Maybe if I throw it right in there. It's on a spatula. I don't know. Let's see like that. Whatever way you do it is messy. Come on, Ted. 3 screens? Really? And because he didn't send me enough, all this, whatever remaining, is gonna have to be trash because I don't have no way to put it back on the thing. I could squeeze it if I had a bigger container, but not like this. Alright. See, that's, I guess, the easiest way, the way I just did it. Messing up my screens. Alright. See, I can even squeeze it there because the thing is not big enough. Alright, it was for this demonstration. So, see, like on regular stuff, I don't know with the half tone, we're gonna find out, but on this, something like this works good. You know? This one is gonna be like 100 and something pieces, so it's gonna be nice to find out no issues. I don't really have issues if I tape it right correctly, but now the advantage of that hardener, because it's red, you are able to see the registration mark. So whatever time you're wasting here doing this thing, you kind of make it up when you having an easy way to set up the job. So all right, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna just squeeze this real quick. Hopefully it gets me the thing more clean. Again, you put the hardener on the inside and then you clean it out from the outside. All right, you should do it. Try to your fabric to be smoother. In this case, like a little rough. So let's see what we get. All right, that should be fine. I gotta clean this mess and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay guys, you have seen some videos of me printing all these jobs, so I figure it didn't make any sense to make another one while I was printing. But here it goes. This is the last of the I thought it was 309 pieces, but it's actually 310. This is the first screen, red with half tones. As you can see right there, the halftones, they are nice and neat. I mean, sometimes it doesn't matter how good the halftones can be if the quality of the t-shirt is not that great, but in this case it was, you know, okay. So that was the first color. This was the second color right here, as you can see. All right, a flash in between. It was a flash in between the red and the yellow too. I just don't like the inks to build up. And here is the last one. Right here, black ink. And this is the final artwork. All right, so 310 pieces using the Goco Pro with everything else that I showed you earlier. I hope you guys like it. And, you know, it helped you somehow with information. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I see you in the next one. Bye.